Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Mountain Standard Time. I'm Rob, and today we have a Heuer made for the Sears department store. Very 70s design watch, and I have to hold on to it because the strap isn't long enough for my 7¼ inch wrist. But let's get a close-up on this and show you the neat things about it and the history behind how Heuer made a watch for Sears. All right, first I'd like to thank Calibre11.com for the photos I used today and the history behind this watch. And I'd also like to thank Cherry Creek Watch Company and Alex for letting me borrow the watch. So this is the watch of the day, the Sears Chronograph. But Rob, I thought you said that this was a Heuer watch made for Sears. Well, it is. Let me get into the history behind this watch. This is the Leonidas Easy Rider that was launched back in 1971 by Heuer. Leonidas was a well-known Swiss watch company that was bought up by Heuer in the 1960s. So the Heuer-Leonidas watches were considered entry-level watches to compete with the quartz watches of the time. As you can see, Heuer didn't even put their name on the dials. They didn't want to harm their higher level watch reputation name. So these watches were called Easy Riders, and they varied from all fiberglass cases all the way up to the top of the line Jackie Ick version of the watch right here. Who's Jackie Ick? Well, he was a 70s Formula One race car driver who was at one time the #1 racer for Ferrari and happened to win the Le Mans 24-hour race 6 times. So here you can see the packaging for the watch, Leonidas, but you can see they did put it was a product of Heuer on the sleeve of the case. Which brings us to today's watch, the Sears Chronograph, which, as you can see, was made by the Heuer-Leonidas company for the Sears department store. So Sears probably contacted them and asked them to develop a watch for them so they could put the Sears name on the dial and sell them in their stores. And so this is the end result. This is a solid stainless steel case design. So the only way to get inside this watch is by removing the acrylic crystal on the front of it. So there's no getting to the movement from the back of this watch. Very unique design. The thickness of the case is 44.5 millimeters, and the vertical measurement of the case is 40 millimeters. So you can see it's quite oval. And it probably took some of its styling cues from the Omega Geneve dynamic. As you can see, the watch has 2 subdials on the face. The one at the 6 o'clock position is the small seconds hand that runs constantly. And the one at the 10 o'clock position is the 15-minute counter when you're running the chronograph. The watch doesn't have any lugs, and the strap is just inserted right underneath the case. So it doesn't go through the case. It's connected right there with the cutouts in the case. This is the original Tropic rubber strap for the watch. So very cool to see that this strap is in great condition and it has survived with the watch and it's not all brittle, so you can still wear it today. One of the neat things about this chronograph is that you actually start it with the bottom button that engages the chronograph, and you stop it with the bottom and you reset it with the top button. So just the opposite of most chronographs that I'm familiar with. So here's a shot of the watch as the chronograph is moving with elapsed time. You can see in the upper left how that minute hand is on its way to up to 15 minutes. And here's a picture of the movement of the watch. You can see it's somewhat crude. Again, this was a entry-level watch, and it was actually designed not to be fixed. So if you had a problem with this movement, the watchmaker would probably just swap out the movement with a new movement of the same design. Again, they're competing with the quartz watches of the day. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you, Cherry Creek Watch Company, Alex and Megan, for letting me borrow this watch. Very neat, very 70s. Unfortunately, it's a little too small for me. I can't wear it, but straps are always replaceable, so you guys could probably figure it out. So if you guys like the video, please give me a like. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. And tell your friends about me. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.